Welcome to the back office. I'm Dalayna Dillon, the founder and creative director of Signify Marketing, and this is where you get to sit in on real strategy. Every episode, we step inside an active business and talk about what's going on behind the scenes, the marketing, the leadership, the growth, the decisions shaping what happens next. No one has it fully figured out, but we are building anyway. And today we're sitting down with Britian Augustine, owner of Sort'N Thru It, professional organizing business based in Tulsa, and founder of The Giving Room, a nonprofit serving individuals and families rebuilding their lives. And we're talking about what it looks like to build a service-based business that not only transforms spaces, but creates real impact in people's lives, because you feel good when things feel in place, right?
Oh, yes.
So, Britian, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. Love to hear just your story of how you got here, how Sort'N Thru It came to be, and take us into that.
Okay. Well, back in 2020,
2020,
that
the year that apparently all these businesses launched. It's
I
crazy.
know. Yeah, right. Like we thought it was the end of the world, and really it turned into a huge blessing in my life. And my family. So I was actually pregnant with our youngest, and I was working at our church, and of course we were all working from home. There was a lot of unknowns. I've loved to organize. I just organize my house constantly, and there was a TV show that I started watching, a couple of them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, people do this like for a living and make money and, do what they love. So, not that I wasn't loving my job at the time, but when it was kind of time to go back to work, and I had a newborn, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to do this?
Yeah.
It was the last thing I wanted to do was leave her. So, some things changed at work, and I was only supposed to go back in office 2 days a week. Well, they changed that the week before and was like, you're going to have to come back all 5 days. And, I was just like, there's no way.
Yeah.
So, the Lord just led us to stay home. Me and my husband, we talked, we prayed about it, and we just decided that was the best thing for our family. So I became a stay-at-home mom, very sudden, and I'd kind of in the back of my mind was wanting to do this. And so I just started talking to friends and family, and they let me come in for a very low price and just start doing what I do.
Yeah.
And here we are 5 years later, and it's just crazy.
So, you said you were seeing these shows and you're like, people are doing that. Because I remember when professional organization, I don't remember the year, but I remember when it kind of came into my thinking of I'm seeing it, hearing about it. Was it a thing before 2020, or was that really whenever it kind of rose to the top?
It definitely was a thing, but I think with the home edit, they had been in business long before that. But once it was put out socially, on TV, they had a TV show, and then the Maria Kondo. I think a lot of people became more aware of it because I kind of didn't have any idea that people actually did that either before then. So now I feel like it's a lot more popular, and there's other services that are kind of coming about that are in our same wheelhouse.
What would some of those be?
House manager. Some call it a mother's helper.
Okay, I literally saw a post on Facebook yesterday in a local Facebook group, and it said, what is this mother's helper, or mother's manager or something? They're like, I need one of those. So what is? I've never heard of that term.
It's basically because you can organize on a small scale or a large scale. Yeah. Organization, kind of when we come in and figure out consultation, how in depth do you want this organization to go, or are you just needing some systems? So a mother's helper or house manager, we would just go in and just kind of reset the house. Because, a lot of times when, either you're a stay-at-home mom and are handling kids all day and the house becomes a wreck, or you are a CEO or whatever the case may be. Everyone's busy.
Mm-hmm.
So we just come in and just reset the house, whether that's putting the dishes away,
mm-hmm.
putting laundry away, fluffing your pillows on the couch, washing your couch cushions if that's what you need. Wiping down counters. Like, we're not going in and deep cleaning.
Yeah,
like,
it's a clear line between house cleaning.
Yes.
And just those things that you would like to come back home to and it not be, your sink might not be full.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we can just reset the house, and if there's more in depth, like if you have a linen closet that's became a mess, like, okay, we can just organize it, kind of touch it up with a few products that you have on hand, or grab some products that you need. Like, it doesn't have to be like a super in-depth just closet organization.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of something newer that we're stepping into.
So you are stepping into this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so I need to go back and find that post and say, hey, you need to hit them up.
So there's a lot of different services that we do. Like, we work closely with like realtors. Like, I try to attend like brokers opens and work with them, because we also can come in when someone's about to put their house on the market and help them declutter the house so it can look staged.
Yeah.
So we essentially stage with what they have, just kind of take away, minimize the clutter. And then we also will help pack up as much or as little as they want. And then we can do like a moving concierge. So we just coordinate all of like the moving, like hiring movers, and getting quotes.
That's incredible.
Working close with like the realtor, so the client just can kind of step back, because that's like one of the most stressful processes. Right.
Well, and like you said, you have the movers, you have maybe cleaners, touch ups, like you just different moving pieces. I had no idea. I didn't know all of this was involved.
Yeah. So
that's
then
awesome.
once the movers come and load it all up and move it to the next house, we can come in and unpack and organize it into all the spaces that you would like.
Wow. So that's a dream.
Thing. Yeah, right.
So moving doesn't have to like make you want to pull your hair out.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So what made you realize this could be more than a passion?
Well, I mean, seeing people on TV like do this as a full-time job, I was like, oh. Yeah. Like, and I mean, who doesn't want to do what they love every day? Right. And support your family in the process.
Now, but you have to be honest. Do you ever get tired of doing it for yourself because you're doing it for other people?
Oh, yeah. I don't have time to really do it for myself anymore.
You're not hired.
Not that I get tired of it. I really just don't have the time. Yeah. Like, that's why I get it. Like, we have to hire help. Yeah. Like, everyone needs some help, whatever it may be. Yeah. So that's why I hire help for the things that I need. Or like my husband decided to leave his job to help me. And more so, helping pick the kids up, take them to school, because my daughter's in pre-K and she gets out before 2 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, I was, drop off, run and work, try to do everything, get back. And then I'm trying to work with her. And so just having him here help with that, and like laundry, and my son, he's almost 15, so he's a huge help. Yeah. Like, I would be drowning if I didn't have them, like in my own home.
Yeah. And that's super fresh, right? Like is he just in the middle of that transition?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see just the difference that makes. Yes. Having him on the team doing this together. Yes. Well, I definitely think that people have to decide if they want to do less themselves or, like you said, hire help. Yeah. And so just knowing when it makes sense to do which. Yeah. Because if you don't hire someone to do it, then that means you can't do what you're doing to your full capacity. Yeah. So I'm sure that there is a lot of emotion that comes into going into someone's house and going through their stuff.
Oh, yes.
I can
very
imagine.
Personal. And some people have a harder time than others. Or like, depending on if we're in a closet and dealing with clothes, or in an attic dealing with like personal things that may belong to parents that have passed or grandparents, or, there's definitely a lot of emotion that can be involved. And so we just try to navigate that as best as we can
Yeah.
and go at the client's pace. And also a lot of people get embarrassed of their spaces, and we do not judge, like for real, do not judge. Like we have definitely seen it all.
Yeah. Well, I've heard people say, like, I have to, this is, again, not what y'all do, but for, like, house cleaning, they're like, I have to clean my house before the house cleaner comes because I don't want to be embarrassed of how messy it is. But people might feel that way even about a closet or something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they're like, oh, well, I need to go through this before you guys come. And I'm like, no, that's literally what we will do.
Yeah.
Like, don't go through your food. Don't, if you can be there with the clothes, I'm like, okay, if there's things that you want to go ahead and pull out, because if a client's not there, like always, like our goal is to always try to start with a declutter.
Yeah.
Like that's always the goal, because most of the time people haven't in a while. And so that helps us do our job best. And that just gets them on like a rotation of remembering, like, I mean, we easily consume things these days.
Yes.
So the amount of things that we bring into our home daily, weekly, monthly, it accumulates. So we just have to remember to like pull those things out that we aren't using and don't need. So we try to set them up for that too.
For success going forward too, after y'all leave.
Yes.
What do a lot of people misunderstand about clutter?
So with clutter, I feel like people think it's like, oh, I'm messy or I'm lazy.
I think that's a big one.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily that. Like, I feel like people just are really overwhelmed and busy and don't have the time, like we were talking about earlier. Like, it just, they need help. Yeah. Like, essentially, it happens, and it happens very quick if you are not very intentional about getting rid of things all the time. Yeah. Like, I know that I'm a professional organizer, so it's in my blood, but like I keep a bag like in our closets, in the garage. Like I'm constantly like looking for things that need to go. Yeah. Because I want to be able to look around and like feel at peace. And if I see stuff all over that is not serving me, like it makes me want to go crazy. Yeah. So I try to like, I don't know. I mean, that's always my goal, to help people, because I don't think people even realize it when they like live in clutter and are around it all the time and they're super overwhelmed and like just like can't catch up. It's like, this is why. Because visual clutter is literally so mental.
That is so. This is a funny thing that really just represents exactly what you're saying. Is I always had this joke with my friend who doesn't live here. So, but we went to college together. So if things were super busy or super crazy, because I'm not a messy person either. Like I'm the same way. Like I don't want things out of place. I want things to always be like where they should be. Yes. And but there's times whenever especially in college, and it even happens now sometimes, but if like there's a lot going on and I just feel very busy and very go, I I just throw things places. And so my friend would come into my dorm room and be like, okay, I know how you're doing. Like she would see the room and be like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. But it's even now, like we make jokes about that, is like, yeah, I have stuff all over the place. So that tells you what kind of week it's been or something like that. But it does represent a lot of what's going on mentally, emotionally. Oh, for sure. And people just live in that. Yes. And they don't make that connection between the overwhelm and even the clutter. Yeah. So what does organization really represent for your clients?
Oh gosh. I mean, I just love what I get to do, because I get to see it literally change people's lives. Yeah. Like we're saying, they're so overwhelmed. And when you have like any sort of peace in your closet, like that's a place that you go into every single day. Yeah. Like you're basically living in there every day. Just being able to walk in and have some sort of system and organization, know what you have, is just huge and really life-changing. So the more spaces that we get to do in a home to just help those systems flow, not just for typically the wife that's hiring, or the mother that's hiring, but for her whole family.
Yeah.
And the kids, like, they get to learn some organization, and it helps them. Like, we're like, go clean up. And then it's like, well, they don't know where to put it.
They don't know where it goes. Yeah.
Like, so when you have those systems in place for your kids, they can put their stuff up and it be in the right place.
Yeah.
Also having minimal things in those places, because most of the time these kids are just going and dumping buckets. They're not playing with these toys. They're just dumping it, and then mom's in there throwing it back in a tub. Yeah. But really we need to focus on like the declutter and having minimal toys so they can focus on like what they truly love and they can play. Because kids can't play in clutter either.
That's true. It's not fun.
So, no. They're just like, oh, I just dumped all these toys out. Okay, what's next?
Yeah, that is
moving on.
That's the fun, is dumping it out.
Yeah.
Well, I hear you saying words like systems and processes. So it sounds like that is like a huge part of what you bring to a household, but also leave with the household.
Yes.
What are those systems? What are those processes? And how do people implement them?
So typically any space that we do, we always bring systems. So what that means is containers, labels, just categorizing things, making zones for different things. So like in a kitchen, we try to do like a baking zone, a cooking zone. So all your bakeware and bake utensils and those appliances are kind of in one area. So you're not like over here and then over here and over here. Because when you're baking, you just want to be right there.
Right.
So that's just an example for the kitchen. And then in the closets, just zoning or categorizing, I guess, your different types of clothing. And then if there is a smaller space, putting up seasonal items. That way you have room for your seasonal things. And of course, we always color coordinate.
Always.
That's very important, and it's just easy on the eyes.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yes.
It looks nice and appealing.
Yeah, and it really is easy to keep up with if your stuff is in order. So sometimes mine gets a little out of hand. Like this week has been crazy. Yeah. So I have like a space in my closet that my husband will just like hang my stuff if it makes it into my closet. Yeah. Some of it's probably still in the laundry room. But then I'll go in because he doesn't really do the color coordinating. He leaves that for me. He's like, I'm going to put it in the wrong spot. Yeah. So then I'll go in and just, it takes 2 minutes. Right. Or a minute maybe. Yeah. Like I know where everything goes and I just put it where it needs to be.
Yeah. I saw a video recently of a lady, a mom. I don't know if she was a lady or mom, but she was basically showing, because a lot of times people are like, I don't have time to fill in the blank, do laundry or put things away, organize it, whatever it is. And she's like trying to show that you do have the time, because she put a timer on there and it was 10 minutes and she did like, I don't know how many things of laundry, put them away, but that you can't really do it like that when you don't have those systems. Yeah. It does take much longer. So you really don't have the time. But when you have these systems and processes in place, it takes no time.
Yeah. Because you know where everything goes. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the ultimate goal that we like to get to in a house is like everything needs a place. Yes. Everything needs a home. Because then, when you're trying to clean up real quick, it's better to like put it where it goes than just shove it in and have to deal with it later.
It is. It is. Yes.
Like, and I know everyone doesn't have the time. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. Yeah. What has been the hardest part about growing Sort'N Thru It?
Oh gosh.
I'm sure you kind of took off with a bang because COVID, everyone was home. That's what they were looking at was all of the unkept areas of their home. Yes. But then I'm sure it's leveled out a little bit since then. And then the real growing probably started.
Yeah. I mean, so I will say this. So when I first started, like I said, I had a newborn. And so I was only working. She actually even came and worked with me. Like,
just strap her on.
For the first like 6 months until she got like getting mobile. And then I would just kind of work around like whoever could help. Because my mother-in-law and my mom have been great help with her when she was younger. So I started out just doing like 2 days a week. And then when she was able to go to Mother's Day out, probably around 2 or 3, she started 3 days a week. So I worked only 2 to 3 days a week up until she started pre-K.
Was that this year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that obviously freed up a lot of my time. And that's really when things took off, because I kind of kept it to a minimum because I didn't have the time.
Right.
Obviously, there was still like highs and lows all through that. I would just have to book out farther. Whatever. And really, I was still, making more than I was making after. Like, my income was still higher than what I was making before, which was nice. Like, I could supplement my income working just 12 hours a week.
Yeah.
So I was planning on just doing that. But then when I had 5 days, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can do a lot more with this. So that's when I really like invested more of my time, and obviously with social media, doing my best with marketing, just trying to get plugged into different places just to, a lot of people still don't even know about professional organizing and all that we can do. So
I'm like, where have you been?
Yeah.
Joking. Which I didn't know all that you can do, but to me, I'm like, how have you not heard of this? This is amazing.
Yeah. So, what was your question?
Just the hardest part of growing it, which exposure is kind of like step one, just people even knowing you exist.
Yes.
And no matter how long you're in the game, people are still, like you said, don't know about you.
Yeah. Because I've been doing this, it was 5 years last month when I started.
5 years last month. Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. It's got 5 years.
Goes fast.
Yes, it does. I'm like, I cannot even believe we're here. But my daughter will be 6 at the end of the year. So, yeah. Crazy. But...
Well, it's always a process of getting your name out there. People, no matter how long you've been, promoting yourself, marketing, there's still people who are like, oh, I've never heard of you.
Yes.
You're like, well, welcome.
Yeah.
In your industry, what makes a great client experience?
So, I work like one-on-one with a client typically. So when I come in and do the consult, like I want to know all the details, like what are your struggles? I want to figure out like how we can help this client to the max. Because if we don't know what they're necessarily struggling with, or maybe the things that are just harder for them to keep up, or the spaces that they try to keep up with, but maybe family has a hard time, staying on top of that. So I feel like at the consultation is really when I just try to find out everything, and I just want to make it as easy. And sometimes my clients aren't even there when we come in and do the organization.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them are busy. They can't be there. We're typically in there during the day while they're either at work or out with the kids or whatever it may be. So yeah, just
and that might be nice because you're like, you can make a lot of faster decisions than if they're not like, well, yes. I might use that, or I don't know. They just complicate and slow down the decision making.
Yes. And so I try to get all of that answered up front. Like, okay, well, if you have like multiple items, like, can we remove it? Mainly for like kitchen.
Right.
When it comes to clothes, we can't really, unless there's like a sizing that they want out. Obviously, we don't know what that person wants to keep or get rid of.
Yeah.
Unless it's the sizing thing. Like for kids, it's pretty easy to go in and take out their old size that they've outgrown and put that away, or you can donate. That's a whole nother thing we can discuss. But like for a pantry, like if food's expired, we're going to throw it out. Is that okay? So as long as we get that okay, then typically we're good.
Yeah.
But if we need to make a back stock or something, then we can figure out where that needs to go. Because some people do have an excess of cans or whatever, and it's just not going to fit.
Right.
Like,
right. It's not going to happen.
like it's not going to be organized.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, and I think what you were saying too about the consult is really important because you can go in and organize a closet or whatever it may be, and it can be right back in the same position in a couple months if you didn't really listen and talk through what are the actual struggles that you're having.
Yeah.
And so that, I'm sure, totally elevates the customer experience.
Yes.
Now, tell me, I know you started out by yourself a couple days a week. Do you have a team working with you now?
Yes, I do.
So what does that look like?
So I had hired my first assistant, gosh, it's been almost 2 years ago. So she worked, just me and her, we worked alongside each other every day. Since then, I've hired, I have one more full-time, and then I have a couple that work part-time. So what that means is like when we do our big moving jobs, if we need more than 2 or 3 of us, because typically on a normal job, there will be 2 or 3.
Okay.
But for a moving job, if we're packing up a whole house and unpacking a whole house and organizing multiple rooms, like I bring in the whole team.
Yeah.
So we can get things
just knock
done.
it out.
Yes. Because that's what we want. That's what, I mean, we're trying to get your house set up so you're not living out of boxes for weeks and months. So we want to get in there and get it done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How has that transition been, or was that a difficult thing to do to add people to a team and make a team?
Yeah.
Besides when you've been working by yourself.
It kind of just happened so organically. Like, I was like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Really?
Because working by myself for so long, I mean, it's kind of boring for one, but you also like, it's nice to have another brain, like, cause sometimes my brain just, needs a little help.
Right.
So if I'm struggling, I'm like, help.
Yeah. or just to process something with them, like talk it through.
Yes, exactly. So hiring her was like life-changing. I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah.
And the reason I added more, obviously we got busier.
Yeah.
And so I hired another assistant, and it's been amazing. And they work a lot together. And the reason I did that is because I don't want to not organize, because that's my passion.
That's why you got into this thing.
I love doing it so much, but I also have a business to run.
Right.
And so
build.
Yes, there's a lot of things that I have to let go of. So just finding the right people actually happened very organically, like I said. I was blessed because I was absolutely terrified of that process. Like, how am I going to find someone that can do like what I do?
Yeah. And you can trust them.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Because it's still your name on the line.
Into my clients' homes.
Yeah.
Yes. Under my name. And so, yeah, it's just, honestly, I'm blessed with my team and what they can offer. And I'm try to be there if it's like a new client, and try to handle things before I'm just like sending them in. Cause a lot of people are like, why won't you? I'm like, I get that, but like they're trained. Yes. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for a while now. Like if they have questions though, they will call me, like, and I try to be available if they need me. So.
Well, it does free you up to actually work on the business. So many business owners get stuck in that place where they've made themselves so essential and the work is so dependent on them that they can't ever get that space out to grow the business, to do the things that operating a business requires. Yeah. So what are some of those things that you are now excited to be able to give more attention to?
Oh, so much. I mean, I was literally like, I was so busy. I couldn't, for one, things slow down when you're not working on your business.
Yeah.
They do.
Like,
if you're working in it and not on it, then it's it is
Mhm.
heavily like this.
Mhm.
So I just want more consistency.
Yes.
And I just realized like it's not possible for me to have that, like keep a consistent business and keep my girls busy too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're reliant on me for a job,
Right.
you know?
Put some pressure on.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, So anyways, I'm able to just figure out what needs to be done, like behind the scenes to keep, I mean, marketing, social media, just keeping my name out there and in the forefront of people's minds.
Yeah.
That way, when they're like, "Oh, I need this," they know who to call.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been nice to be able to focus more on my business, and I'm still trying to figure it all out. Honestly,
We all are.
Yeah,
We
always.
all are.
It's never ending. So I'm just excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel blessed with what I have, and I just want to continue to help people, and that's kind of why I also started my other business.
Yes.
Which
Tell
we'll
us
get
about
into.
that. Tell us about that. What it's called the Giving Room,
The
right?
Giving Room.
Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of all started with, I mean, sorting through it because I mean, we go in and help people declutter their lives, and typically they have a lot of things that they want to get out of there. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. And so I have clients, like, we don't want to leave all this stuff that they've gone through and want to get out of their house. Like, I'm not going to leave that there.
Yeah.
Typically it makes its way back into
everywhere that it was.
Yeah, where it doesn't need to be. So I'm like, we will take your donations. And for a long time, like, I want to make sure these donations are going to the right places. So there were a lot of nonprofits out there that we would take certain things to, depending on what they're serving people with. But me and my mom just like had a conversation probably end of last year, earlier this year. So my mom's a realtor, and she's also building a business and super busy.
Right.
And the end of the year and first of the year for me is like the busiest.
Is it?
Yes.
The end of the year and first of the year? Okay.
Yes. It's insane.
Like, so even during Christmas time?
Yes.
Okay.
I know. You wouldn't think, but people are like wanting to get things ready for like the holidays.
That's true.
Yeah. So leading up to that. And then it's like, oh, it's a new year. We need to.
Yeah, New Year makes sense. I mean, you're cleaning everything up at the New Year.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had just talked, and we're like, we like have a ministry here. I have all these donations that are constantly being given to us that we can like serve other people with that are in need. So my brother was actually incarcerated for like 10 plus years of his adult life. And so that's like obviously like heavy on our hearts. Like,
yeah.
And my mom has been involved with like Hope is Alive, like recovery, or like families of addicts and like prison ministries. And so we were like, we wanted to kind of do something that would help people getting out of incarceration, because there are things out there, but typically like once people get out and get in a home and then they're like, okay, we got this far, but now we have nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and the furniture's not cheap.
Right.
Or really anything these days.
Yes, that's true.
So, you know, we talked and we prayed, and I just feel like the Lord had led us to open up this ministry, which we call it the Giving Room. So we just help people that are rebuilding their lives, whatever that may look like. We're not just helping people that are getting out of incarceration. Like,
right.
We want to help people that are like coming out of recovery, or kids aging out of foster care, you know, like homeless. There's no like limit. We're not going to be like, oh, we can't help them.
Yeah.
We want to help everyone that we can. So we've partnered with other nonprofits that help in other ways, or have those connections with these families that are getting into homes but have nothing. So we come in and help provide furniture, home essentials, you know, like dishes, pots and pans,
all of the
towels,
things, so many
sheets,
things.
you know, like just those things that you need to live.
Yeah.
But we also want to go like a step further and like put decor on the walls and add a throw pillow or a throw blanket, you know, just kind of make it homey for these people rebuilding their lives.
Yeah.
So.
The things that we just don't even think of, you know, like not having towels or sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I can only imagine how your personal experience has really shaped this. I think that's incredible. When you have a story, you know you have a strong mission.
Yeah.
So does this also help with families who maybe have lost their home to fire, flood, things like that? Because I've seen that recently. Sadly, I've seen recently families who have faced that, or even tornadoes. I mean, it's just the things that you don't expect to happen can happen.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, really just anyone rebuilding their life.
Yeah.
Like whatever that may look like for that person. Like I said, we would never like turn anyone away.
Yeah.
We obviously want to help those that are in need. So that's our big mission. And then it also helps my clients because I let them know like this is what we are like trying to help people with. And we even accept like clothes. So we do like a giving market is what we call it. So we've been setting up like at markets and we'll do like a fundraiser event. So we'll like sell things to make money because furniture is not cheap.
Right.
And like we don't typically take mattresses. So we have to buy all mattresses new.
Yes.
Obviously like sheets and stuff and towels we try to get new for those families. So it's just a nice way to be like, okay, this is where like it's going to a good place and it really helps families want to get rid of more things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because sometimes it's just not easy.
They feel good about it.
Yeah. If you know that it's going to go towards helping someone, then it definitely makes a big difference.
So do these families reach out directly to you?
So they can. We are very new, so just trying to get our name out there. Yeah. So people can directly contact us. So right now we're working with other nonprofits, so we can find the families that we can help. Yeah. So we have other nonprofits sending us families.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then we go in and we also need lots and lots of volunteers. So we have 1,000 square foot warehouse that is full of furniture and home essentials and clothing items. We plan to do like a warehouse sale once a month too, just to kind of keep things like coming in and going out. Because it becomes a lot. I mean, we have donations come in about every day. So just having volunteers there to help with that so we can keep things kind of organized in there. And then also, I mean, my team, bless my team, they have helped tremendously, like getting that place up and running because you should have seen it. I mean, it was just a blank warehouse and everything was on the floor. Yeah. You know, like we had to go get shelving to fill like a whole wall and a half. Yeah.
How to get those systems and processes.
Yes. And one of my teammates, they came in and put some like wardrobe. It's just like rope with bars, so we can have all. We have basically like a whole clothing wall. Yeah. So we can hang everything. So that made a huge difference. So it's a great place to get plugged in if you are looking to volunteer and get involved. I love that. Yeah. Such a great opportunity. Okay, so let's talk about some growing pains. What mistakes do you see people make when they're trying to do it themselves in regards to organizing and decluttering their home? Okay.
She's like, I've seen it.
Yeah. Like, where do we start? So I feel like the biggest thing, people buy so many bins. Yeah. The amount of bins or like organizing things is just, it's crazy. I'm like, really, sometimes you don't need all that. But when you do, there's specific things in bins like a lot of measuring goes
Yes, I can
into
imagine.
this. Like there are only certain bins that fit certain spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just have a bunch of bins or like nesting baskets, like it's not going to work. Sometimes you can make it work if you have minimal things, but for really to set up some good systems, things just need to be cohesive and
Because couldn't those just end up on at the dumping ground? Some of those,
they all just fill up with stuff, and then just not having things labeled. And some people do try to label, but yeah, just the systems with the bins and labeling. Labeling's huge because you know what's in that.
Yeah.
But you have to only put that in there.
Yes.
Because we've seen people try to do bins and labels and then it's like, what's in here?
Right. It's a miscellaneous, just misc on all of the labels.
Which we do like our mist baskets because those are needed, but not for every basket.
Yes. Yes. So as a business owner, what have been some of the biggest lessons that you've learned so far in the last 5 years?
Oh gosh. Man, so much. Just, we are human and we make mistakes and you just, you have to own up to those mistakes that you make and learn from it and really just, just learn from it and hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Because, gosh, there's been times that clients are let down and you're like, you know what, like, obviously that wasn't my intention,
right?
But it happens, and not everyone's going to be happy with everything.
Well, and a lot of times expectations were different, off, maybe.
Yes, and so that's kind of why I've learned to put those, like that consultation, really in depth, because when anyone's getting started out, we're just trying to figure it out. And so I have learned a lot in the last 5 years, and I'm still learning a ton. Probably in the next 5 years. And after that. So just learning from those mistakes and trying to, I just want my clients to be happy. So the more that I can get out of them, the better I can serve them.
Right. So they've got, it's definitely a partnership.
Yes.
It's participation.
Yes. And I know a lot of my clients don't like to be involved much, which is fine, but I'm like, okay, I just need you to answer all these questions.
Yeah.
And then, we can do our best.
We can run with it.
There. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you most proud of right now at this place in business?
Oh gosh. I'm just proud of what I've created, honestly, that I've been able to start this business from the ground up. It really doesn't even feel real. I'm proud that I've been able to let my husband leave his job and come help, because
it's insane. That's awesome.
He's never, we never, ever would have thought that would even be possible.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one that's been taking care of our family. Let me stay home with our daughter. And now to be able to, like, give him some time back, I'm just really proud and happy about that, because, it's just a good feeling to have time freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. So. And something that you maybe just totally underestimated has really been successful and taken off.
Yes.
And it helps when you're really good at what you do. So
yes, I think I'm pretty good at it.
So before we close, I always like to ask this question. What is one thing you don't have fully figured out yet, but you're choosing to build through anyway?
Oh gosh, I don't have a lot of it figured out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one. I guess running a full team, like, I am still trying to figure out the whole process with that and what that looks like, because I have a team and they are working, but I'm still having trouble letting things go fully, and just fully relying on them just being in homes, like, it's not that I don't trust them and believe that they can do it.
Right.
but I also want to be there.
Yes. Yes.
Like, because it's truly my passion and what I love to do. So I think I'm still just trying to figure all that out. But I know we'll get there.
So many business owners are there, have been there, will be there.
Yeah.
It's so important because once you've reached your capacity, the business is at capacity. And so just continuing to learn how to grow that and build that and what that looks like. And the same systems and processes you put into homes all over Oklahoma, putting that in your business of mapping it out for growth.
Yes.
That's an exciting place to be.
Oh, yes.
So for people who want to get involved in the giving room or check out Sort'N Thru It, tell us where to find both of those things online.
Yes. So for the giving room, we have a website, which is givingroomministries.com.
Okay.
So on there, there's ways to donate, volunteer. It just tells all about what we do, what we're a part of. So we would love, love, love for you to come check us out. We try to be there Monday and Wednesdays for volunteer days. But always call or text us because, like I said, me and my mom are running it and we're both very busy with our businesses. Right. So we try our best to be there, but sometimes things come up.
Things happen.
So with Sort'N Thru It, I also have a website, sort'nthruit.com. And then my socials are at Sort'N Thru It. We're on Facebook and Instagram. And you can book through any of those.
You can book directly through there.
Yes.
And it's SORT.
SORTN.
And then THRUIT.
Yes. Yes. So the spelling is a little.
So the best way, if they want to learn about services, would you say is to go to the website?
Yes. So on the website, there are packages on there that kind of help people just figure out, okay, I want this done. This is about how much the packages are starting out.
Yes.
Also a little bit about products and how that works because that is separate.
Right.
So I try to have a breakdown there so people can just see if it's something they have budgeted for or something they want to move forward
or to save for.
Yes, exactly.
So if you can't get it now, save up because it's worth it.
Yes.
It changes your home.
Yes.
Well, that is it for this session of the back office. If this conversation gave you clarity, a new angle, or even just a reminder that you're not the only one navigating this, then it did its job. Take what's useful, apply it, move on it, and remember, no one has it fully figured out, but we are building anyway. And if you found this valuable, share this episode with another operator who's also building, and you can always hang out with us in between sessions at Signify Marketing Social. And I'm Dalayna Dillon, and we will see you next time.